Here we are on the River Meon in the South Downs National Park, and the Meon is a really special river. It's one of only 200 or so chalk streams in the whole world. We've had really lovely morning. We've seen water voles, we've seen kingfishers, we've seen blue damselflies and water buttercup just flowering. It's just, even though it's raining, it's just a really wonderful time to see the river. The chalk is the engine room of this river. So chalk was formed millions of years ago when this whole area was like a tropical shallow sea. And today, when rain falls down on the chalk downland, it percolates down through the chalk and through cracks and fissures in the rock. And then the chalk filters the water and it cools it. So when that water sees daylight again, it comes out constant and cool and just the right conditions to be absolutely perfect for wildlife. When you take water out of the river for abstraction, for drinking water, then it lowers the water table in the chalk, and that means that there's less water flowing in to the river. And so when you do that and the flow drops, it means pollutants become more concentrated. The river flow slows, which can mean that you get more sedimentation, siltation, and that means that all of those little niches in between the gravel, which should be like clean and ready to receive eggs of fish that are spawning and coming up the river, it means they're all filled up, which means that you sort of, you get less habitat for fish and for other animals to live and thrive. So this river is the lifeblood of the landscape, and it's such an intrinsic part of the natural beauty, wildlife and cultural heritage of the national park. And so it makes perfect sense that the national park protections mean something when it comes to water planning, but at the moment it doesn't. And so we're campaigning to make sure that national park status is fully and properly and effectively recognised when it comes to setting the standards and actions that we need to protect our waterways.